Hello, hello, hello. This is What's Done in the Dark Tea, and we are recapping Love Island Season 8, Episode 31. If you guys could do me a favor, do all of the things, like, share, subscribe, follow, I would really appreciate it. But we're just going to get started. How did you guys feel about tonight? What did you think? I'm not going to lie, it kept me more entertained than the last episode did. I will say that. But I'm just not really sure how to feel about it. It was just some of the situations in here were just very strange to me. So, yeah, we'll get into it. Let's see. So the night starts off and we're getting another conversation with Dylan and Kinsey. I'm about to pull my hair out. Like, I cannot take it. I do not want to hear about this anymore. I do not want to hear about this anymore. I literally cannot take it. I couldn't even focus on what they were saying right then because I was just so aggravated that was so much of the storyline last time. And then it immediately started with it again. And I was just irritated immediately. I'm over that. I'm so over it. Kata gets a text and they say that they're opening up the hideaway. This whole episode, now that I'm thinking about it, the whole episode is weird because they open up the hideaway and then they vote to send in Melanie and Sincere. And I'm not understanding at all. Did Trinity and Bryce not want to go to the hideaway? I mean, I know that they were already hunching, but Sin and Mel makes no sense to me. Someone's got to explain that to me. It makes no sense to me at all. They're getting all oiled up. Sin's getting his oil. She's getting oiled up. They go into the hideaway. Again, freaky hideaway. Whips, chains, handcuffs. I don't know what they think people is doing in the hideaway. Especially on TV, but okay. Mel, all I'm thinking this entire time that I'm watching them get selected to go into the hideaway is, please don't sleep with that man. I don't know. By the end of the episode, I still don't know if she slept with that man, but pretty sure she did. Next, we get a conversation between Trin and Bryce. Bryce is telling Trinity how special she is to them, or to him. He seems that he sees a life for them outside of the villa and he's really serious about her and he looks for her when she's not around and he's just overall very smitten with her. And she says that she feels the same. She is worried about the distance, but he's like, I don't feel like you're going to be in Virginia anymore. I live where you need to be. I live in California. We're going to make it work. Don't even worry about it. And I like that energy. Good for you. Good for you, Bryce. I do like that energy. Next, we get a conversation between Carl and Anaya, and they're connecting. He's talking about this necklace he has. He's saying it connects him to his culture. I think it's really cute. A lot with Carl, he incorporates his culture into a lot of his storyline here. Like we see him speaking Mandarin. We see him with the beads, like things like that. And I really like that because I don't know. I don't know. I like seeing other people's cultures and things like that. So I like that he highlights it and is proud of it. He talks about life outside the villa. He's done long distance before. Didn't really work out, but he's confident that with the right person and wanting the right things, they can make it work. He's got to be in Colorado for at least 3 years for PT school. So a lot of the going back and forth would be on Anaya, but they both seem up to it. They're talking about a meeting point. They talk about going to Nantucket. It seems like they're very happy. Oh yeah, he also puts the bracelet on her and they share like a little kiss. It's very cute. Their moments are always very, very cute. Then we get a shot of Mel and Sin in the hideaway. She says that she's shy. And that, and Sin says that his mom is going to cuss him out. And yeah, she probably is going to cuss you out because you've been acting a fool on this show. We get a little shot of them. It looks like we get a little bumping and grinding. We hear a little don't stop. I think she slept with that man. I don't know. Kata tells Trin that her and Zach have decided to be exclusive. And Trinity says, what does that mean? And she kind of says, we're not boyfriend and girlfriend, but we're only dating each other. So then Trinity says, oh, so a situationship. And she said, bitch, this isn't a situationship. No, genuinely, it's not that. Don't call it a situationship. They laugh it off. Trinity's right. It is a situationship. I don't feel like... We'll get into it. We'll get into it. It's the end of the night, so the girls are talking, the guys are talking. They ask Carl what's his type of girl. He says tall and athletic. They talk to Dylan. He says that he had a really hard convo with Kinsey. Kinsey's telling the girls that her saying that he could meet her family and everything really meant nothing to him. I'm so sick of that storyline. I do not care. Everyone goes to sleep, and while they're asleep, Anaya gets a text, says all the girls are going away for a girls' day. So she's sneaking around, like, trying to be all incognito and wake up the girls. It was funny, though, because when she woke up TT, TT was real scared. She jumped real hard, but I would have been scared, too. I don't like being woke up out of my sleep. They go the whole night, and the boys realize that the girls are gone in the morning, and they're saying how peaceful it is. They also went and got Melanie, so Sin wakes up in the hideaway, and he's like, what is going on? Like, what just happened? Was I really that bad? The girls' getaway is to a giant, like, bouncy house, kind of water park type thing. It honestly looks so fun, like, so fun. Like, I'm gonna try to look to see if those, like, travel around or something, because that looks so fun. Sin gets back, and he is wondering, like, was it that bad? He tells the boys that there wasn't any hanky-panky, but Sin is keeping it real tight-lipped. He's keeping it, you know, he says that he's trying to be respectful of Melanie. He's not kissing and telling. We get a shot of the girls at the amusement park. They're having a good time, and then we also get a shot of them catching up. They catch up. We get a cheers from Anaya. She's saying how glad she is that she met everyone. Melanie also reiterates to the girls that there was no hanky-panky, that nothing went on. So, okay. Okay. TT says that she loves her some KC. And she starts to cry just talking about the bond that they have and the relationship that they've built since they've been in the villa and how he makes her feel. She's cried a couple times. She seems to be a fairly emotional person. I like her and KC together. I mean, yeah, I like them. Anaya says that she really likes Carl and how she plans to visit him. Trinity talks about Bryce and says that he's weird as hell and awkward, but she really likes him. Kata then decides at this moment to bring up the situationship comment. She swears that she is not in a situationship, and she's telling Trinity not to yuck her yum. But at this moment, Trinity is not the only person that doesn't understand what kind of relationship she's in. The only person that was agreeing with her, like, oh yeah, it's romantic, I completely understand, was Kinsey. Everybody else was kind of looking crazy because, see, here's the thing. I don't think that there's anything wrong with seeing how it is on the outside, but why make a big stink of making y'all into something on the outside of the villa? Why not just close off like you're supposed to do on Love Island, and then just after the villa just continue doing what you do? And if you decide to be boyfriend and girlfriend, then you decide to be boyfriend and girlfriend. That's what every Islander did last year. That's what every Islander did the year before. They didn't walk out of there, my boyfriend. They walked out of there, my man, my man, my man. We all knew that they were dating. They closed off in the villa. They all eventually became boyfriend and girlfriend. That's how it works. I don't understand what Zach is doing, making a let's be exclusive. Kata, it upsets you because you know it doesn't make sense. It just doesn't make sense. I don't know if maybe, I don't know, they were kind of jokey about it, so I don't know. She brought it up again. I don't think Trinity was going to say anything else about it. She might have talked to Bryce about it, but I don't think that she was going to say anything else about it in that situation, so I don't know. We get a conversation between Dylan and Carl, and they talk about Kenzie yet again, and Dylan says that Kenzie took accountability but has yet to say she's sorry. At this point, at this point, just send them home. Just send them home. And this isn't even, I like Kenzie. I don't have any issues with Kenzie. I don't have any issues with her exploring. I still feel like she did Caleb dirty, but other than that, I don't really have any issues with her. Oh, and me. Oh, well, she didn't do this, but she did do that, and she did. You know what? Never mind. I don't have a problem with Kenzie exploring. Maybe some of the ways that she went about it was messed up, but same with KC, same with Corbin, same with Sincere, same with Zach, same with pretty much everybody in the villa. So, at least all the guys in the villa. So, I don't know. I don't think she should be judged for exploring, but I feel like she can be held accountable for the way she went about it. But I feel like he's just beating a dead horse. Like, how many times does she have to say it? If you want to go home, if you don't want to be with her, the only other option is to go home. So stop talking about it. It's just annoying. KC tells the boys that he's going to close it off with TT, and Zach brings up again that how he feels that the boyfriend-girlfriend thing is just a big deal. I feel like both him and Kata are both insecure about it, and they just both keep trying to bring it up. You don't have to do what the other couples around you do. Nobody is saying that you have to be boyfriend and girlfriend, but nobody is also saying that you have to be exclusively whatever. You can literally just close off like you are supposed to do in Love Island, and then handle your relationship however you choose to handle your relationship. Because from what I see online, y'all are not touching the 100K. It's not happening. And then the next part, KC jumps up. He jumps up and is like, I'm gonna ask her to be my girlfriend. I don't know why that scared me so bad. I wasn't expecting that because he's like, I don't know, he's usually pretty calm, at least from what they show us. So it made me jump a little bit, but it's cute. He's doing his whole Tom Cruise. I see it. I feel it. I accept it. I respect it. They're getting the villa ready for the scavenger hunt that KC is preparing for TT. So they're grabbing pots and pans and different stuff out of the kitchen because he's taking pictures in the photo booth. They're going to hide the photos in different places. She's going to go on a scavenger hunt to find them. The girls come back. They're telling the boys that they were at the water park. Of course, the boys are jealous. I was jealous too at home, so that makes sense. Then we get this weird conversation between Mel and Sin, and this is why I said I still don't know if they did or did not. That shot that they showed us, we saw some bumping and grinding going on in there. They seem to have told the boys and the girls they did not. But this conversation, she's smiling at him, they're smirking, they're talking low. Oh, did you tell them? I know that you told them. There's cameras everywhere. Did you tell them that we did? And he's like, I didn't. She's like, because I didn't tell the girls. Did you tell them? Did you tell them? Something about that makes me feel like that they did. And maybe Melanie didn't want to. Maybe she didn't want to do it on TV. That's understandable, girl. Hey, I'm not going to yuck your yum. Said that she dined and dashed some booty. I thought that was funny. Melanie is high-key funny. She's very, she's very witty, I'd say. Then we get a conversation between Kenzie, Kata, and Zach, and Kata is still upset about the situationship thing, and I'm like, y'all are really going to make this a thing. Y'all are really going to make this a storyline. There's nothing going on this season, so they're just grasping for straws because I saw the episodes are getting shorter and shorter. Last night it was 50-something minutes. Tonight it's 50-something minutes. which is good because it's long enough. Sometimes I'll be looking like, how much longer is it? Because these episodes feeling long. Nothing is going on. So they're really going to make this a thing. And Kata says she's upset about it. Kenzie's co-signing her, saying that she understands. Zach says that all the boys get it except for Bryce. And that's really not the truth. I think that Sin gets it. And everybody else is kind of just like, well, I mean, whatever, if that's what you want to do. I also don't believe that the boys think that they didn't hunch either. There's a conversation and they're looking like, this is a little suspicious. This is at the point where they're getting ready for the night. Anaya, I see you with that new wig, baby. It looks excelente. Gorgeous, gorgeous, gorgeous. I wonder how she got that. Like, did somebody send it in? Like, if her family was like, let me send a wig to Fiji, that is everything. Because please, if I was ever on, I'm never going to be on Fiji. Well, I mean, I might go to Fiji, but not for Love Island. Y'all know what I mean. Whatever. Somebody please send me a wig if my hair is messed up, please. But honestly, somebody send me a braider because I sweat too much to have a wig on in Fiji. There's just no way. So the boys are putting the pictures around the house, getting ready for KC and TT. And then we get another conversation between Kenzie and Dylan. I just can't. I don't. I'm going to skip it because I just can't do anymore. So we're just going to skip that. We get a conversation between KC and Sin. And I'm like, okay, KC walking in like big unk. I see you. He got his chest out. I see you. He says that he's planning on speaking from the heart tonight whenever it comes to the scavenger hunt and asking TT to be his girlfriend. We get another conversation between Zach and Kata because they have no other storyline, so we're making this a thing, and she is still upset about the situationship thing. She's crying. She's saying that she's happy for everyone else. Zach says that he doesn't understand why Trinity is being so cocky about their relationship. And Kata is upset because Trinity is her bestie, but keeps saying situationship. With you because it is what it is. I feel like you and Trinity can have a conversation and hash it out because you guys are friends, and maybe it does hurt your feelings because situationship doesn't sound the best, but sometimes the truth doesn't always sound the best. You know what I mean? We get a conversation at the same time between Melanie, Trinity, and Anaya, and they're all saying they don't get the exclusive-ish. They're not understanding it. They're more so understanding why would you even say anything. Trin says that her definition of a situationship is doing relationship stuff, but with no title. And I mean, that's a fair definition because that's exactly what they're going to do. But she also says if she likes it, she loves it. So, I mean, I feel like this could just be a simple conversation. Done. The scavenger hunt begins and KC tells TT that he's going to the bathroom. Then Carl and Dylan call her in and say that they're going to redo their pictures in the photo booth for real this time, and they show her the pictures of KC. They usher her to the kitchen and Sin is in there. And he pretty much shows her the picture and then tells her that she should go to the fire pit. She goes to the fire pit. Bryce is there. And he sends her to the swings. When she gets to the swings, Zach is there. And she's just like, I know something's going on because I don't even talk to you. You never talk to me. He helps her look through the sand. She finds another picture. And he sends her to the dock. She's standing on the dock. You can tell she's nervous. She's like, what is going on? KC walks out with flowers. He's given a speech. He's saying he's never felt like this before. Said in the past he's always talked about the future but never really acted on it. And so he asked her to be his girlfriend. She's excited. She's crying. It's very sweet. She's in the confessional. She's saying she's in love. I do think it's a little fast, but from the way she's cried about, like, not really having friends and never really having a connection, I just think that, sometimes people out here are lonely, okay? Everyone is lonely, if we're being honest. Everyone out here is lonely. So I can't fault her for being in love. I do think it's pretty fast, but people fall in love fast and it lasts, just like people take it slow and it lasts. I don't think there's a recipe for that. But that's pretty much how the episode ends, and we get a vote. The vote tonight was your top 4 couples. Who do you think is going home? Who do y'all think is going home? I think that Zach and Kata and Kenzie and Dylan are going to be leaving the villa. Unless production saves Kenzie and Dylan, I believe that they're going home. And I believe Kata and Zach are going home as well. After tonight, seeing TT and Casey, I think people are going to vote for them. Trinity and Bryce are fan favorites. I think Anaya and Carl have a really strong connection. People really like them together. Melanie and Sincere, as strange as it may sound to some people, a lot of people really like them together. I don't really think that people care for Zach that much, and I just think that Kenzie and Dylan are not compatible. Dylan comes off as slightly performative, and I just don't think that they're going to make it to the end. Sorry if you just heard my puppy. But yeah, I think that the next episode, tomorrow is Wednesday, so we got a day off, but I think that when we come back on Thursday, hopefully we get a little bit of excitement with this double elimination. And we also get a preview that it's Parents' Day. And I always like Parents' Day. They're cute, whatever. But Love Island is winding down. So, like I said before, I don't think we're going to get much out of these end episodes. But I'm here. You're here. We're finishing up the Love Island coverage. Like I said before, stay around after Love Island ends because we cover pop culture every single week. Follow me, Facebook, Instagram, TikTok. I'm going to upload these and put these on Apple Music as well, as Spotify. So you guys just follow me everywhere where the podcast is at, all social media. And I will see you guys on Thursday. Bye.